everyone and welcome to TaiyangNews. This is Bhambhani, the senior editor at TaiyangNews, and today I'm really happy to be here at TaiyangNews' first in-person event, the Solar Technology Conference in India in New Delhi. And I'm joined by the CEO of RCT Solutions, Professor Dr. Fath. So let's have a little conversation with him about India's solar market. So Dr. Fath, welcome to TaiyangNews. Where do you think is India headed to in terms of its solar manufacturing capacity and the market?
Yes, I mean, for myself, I'm working with Indian companies more than 30 years at the early moment. Now it's a huge success story is coming to India. I'm very confident the capacity will go to 100 gigawatt plus soon in India, and the full value chain will be developed in India. And what is making me too excited, I'm totally confident that India will also support my own continent, European continent, with a very good product.
Okay, so do you think this tariff war that is going on right now, is it going to help India in any which way in this?
Yes. So from my point, first of all, these tariffs are just meaningless. Only we should have tariffs when people are doing dumping products below cost. But the rest is useless. It's not helping. But for for the Indian sector, it will help a lot.
Right.
Because now people will look very carefully in our sector who is friendly, who is positive. And I know from our European government and German government that we like to intensify the cooperation between India and Europe and Germany especially a lot. And that will help a lot also the Indian solar sector.
So collaboration is where you're talking about. So where are the synergies of Europe and India, where they can meet in terms of when it comes to solar technology?
Yes. I mean, first of all, from the market perspective, India has a better cost structure as compared to Europe. So whenever we have cost-sensitive solar power stations, like big solar power plants, we should look to Indian supply. For more higher cost type residential products, we can use European manufacturers.
Right.
And then we have a very intense co-work already in equipment and technology. So currently capacities in India are already prepared using German and European machinery, and this cooperation should be intensified.
But then India's demand is really huge and we see a lot of giga-scale factories coming up. Do you think European suppliers will be equipped enough to supply to India at that level?
I mean, in the first layer, I would say if you're talking about 5 gigawatt, 10 gigawatt addition, that should work smoothly.
Okay.
Later on, anyhow, I am a strong believer that India has to catch up in equipment making as well. Like the Chinese success story was doing the same. And then it's just a question to motivate and onboard mostly German or European machine maker to put some production units in India.
So you helped develop a vertically integrated chain in Turkey. How long did that take and where do you think how soon India can get there?
I think this fully integrated production, this was one ingot wafer cell module factory under one roof. From contract signature to first products out was 12 months.
Okay.
So it was done in a super record speed.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's not like a matter of years, it's a matter of months, 1 year, 2 years.
Right. Okay. So India is ready to do that.
Definitely.
So what more so Indian government also has its own protectionist measures and Indian government also has policies that are supporting the system. What more can the government do? What would your suggestion be?
I mean, from my perspective, I mean, the innovation, generating own IP, and also the talented behind, that should be more in the focus. In the past, of course, you have to get capacities, and government has to support the capacities and protect the capacities. Now it's more to develop a whole ecosystem, a knowledge ecosystem, intellectual ecosystem, a workforce ecosystem in India. And for that reason, IP, research and development, training people, keeping the people, and then also for the remaining material, all this has to come.
The rest of the supply chain.
But also talents, intellectual properties, IP, that has to be supported by the Indian government.
So in your presentation, you talked about IP and you also talked about how Indian manufacturers need to have some focus on next generation technologies and have pilot lines. So right now, what should be the focus for Indian manufacturers in terms of technology, solar technology, and what is the future.
Yes, I mean, my belief is if you look at integration of but next generation of production technology, I give a clear saying. If you have a giga-size factory, include 100 megawatt, 200 megawatt, perhaps pilot environment into your facility. So you can learn from the next generation, you can establish some equipment into it and learn. And when it's feasible for you and you can operate it, then scale it up.
Which is what the Chinese have been doing.
Exactly. And the same story should be done in India. If you are a very big player and a strong company, and we have such players in India, you can try to jump already in the next generation immediately. And if you have your own consumption of panels, then this bankability issue will not come so fiercely.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much, Dr.
It's my
Fath.
pleasure.
Yeah, it's really nice talking to you.
It's my
Thank
pleasure.
you. Yeah.